Chapter 73. Enemy of the World. Dinglong Sect. In a Valley. All right, Patriarch Ding. Take a moment to recuse yourself. Gu Hai spoke. All right. Ding Dong looked at the black-robed Gu Hai, revealing a hint of eccentricity. Ding Dong stepped aside, and Gu Hai also stepped behind a large rock and slowly lifted the black robe. Snap! That, just now, you were too close. It was just an instinctive reaction. It's not something I can control. Hallmaster, you quickly put on this set of black robes. I'll evade for a while. Gu Hai took out a set of black robes and gave it to Long Wanqing, immediately walking out of the boulder. HMPH. Long Wanqing at Gu Hai's back with a cold snort. Suppressing the shame and anger in her heart, Long Wanqing quickly put on her clothes and walked out of the boulder. Out of the boulder, Long Wanqing still did not give Gu Hai a good look. As Ding Dong pretended to be invisible on the side, Gu Hai could only reveal a bitter smile. Boom! Steeply, there was a loud bang in the sky, followed by what seemed like countless pieces of debris floating high into the sky and rotating around Dinglong Sect. In an instant, it was as if a meteorite storm enveloped the entire Dinglong Sect. Sounds of uproar came from the distant Yuron Valley. Gu Hai and Long Wanqing also looked at the sky with raised eyebrows. Oh no! Ding Rui found out, and she opened the mountain ceiling formation. We can't get out. Ding Dong's face changed. Ding Rui opened the grand formation. You're the Dinglong sect leader, and you don't have a way to get out, Gu Hai said in a deep voice. The mountain ceiling formation has a formation source, but it was given to Ding Rui to master. The formation source catalyses it, and there's nothing I can do about it, Ding Dong anxiously said. Ding Rui, Long Wanqing's face turned ugly for a while. After all, nowadays, Long Wanqing's cultivation was all sealed. Her form was like that of a mortal. She couldn't do anything at all. Mr. Gu, what should we do now? Should we notify Grandpa Hallmaster? No, Hallmaster Grandpa should know, Ding Dong said doubtfully. Go to the Yuron Valley. The place is open there. Gu Hai's eyes narrowed and said, Place open. Long Wanqing revealed a trace of bewilderment. Ding Dong, however, did not pay attention to the details in Gu Hai's tone. Fine. Listen to you, Ding Dong nodded. There are 5,000 disciples in the Dinglong sect, as well as over 1,000 of Ding Rui's subordinates. Are we just going like this? Should we disguise ourselves? Long Wanqing looked at Gu Hai worriedly. No need, Hallmaster. Since I've found you, there's nothing to worry about. Today, I'll take you out of the Dinglong sect squarely. Let's see how Ding Rui's ragtag group can stop me. Gu Hai laughed. Oh, Long Wanqing's eyes widened, revealing a look of astonishment. Taking yourself out in the open? Was it possible? Ding Dong, however, was a burst of rightfulness. With the grandfather of the Hallmaster, Ding Rui was indeed a group of rabble. Fortunately, he was quick to see the light. Don't worry, Sovereign. Everyone has gone to look for them. Never let go of any corner, a subordinate respectfully said. HMPH, Ding Rui said in a cold voice. Found it. A loud shout came from a steep distance. A Dinglong sect disciple quickly ran in. Hellmaster, we've found the Patriarch and Gu Hai, as well as a woman. Oh, Ding Rui's eyelids raised. So fast? Yes. They were strutting towards the Yuron Valley. We found them quickly, that Dinglong sect disciple solemnly said. Strutting? They didn't disguise themselves and didn't hide, Ding Rui said in surprise. No, just walking in a straight line like this. It seems like because that woman was walking slower, so both the Patriarch and Gu Hai were right on her speed, walking slowly amongst them, that person said. Impossible. Ding Rui was full of disbelief. Really? They're about to arrive at the Yuron Valley. Go to the Yuron Valley. Ding Rui quickly headed towards the Yuran Valley with a wave of disbelief. At this moment, the Yuran Valley was also in chaos. What for? What does your Dinglong sect want? Why did you open the mountain ceiling formation? We can't get out. And we can't get out of the exit over there either. You guys want to rob? You think the reward is too much? Do you want to take it back? If you can't afford it, then don't offer a reward. Why are you sealing the mountain? The surroundings were in chaos, and after realizing that it was the Dinglong Sect's mountain ceiling formation, the more than 1,000 cultivators that Gu Hai had brought with him instantly glared and shouted angrily. But the Dinglong Sect disciples were also huge in number and quickly gathered a large number of them to prevent a conflict. The Slaughtered Life Chess King had his arm around a black-robed woman and slowly walked out, with a group of disciples following behind, looking at the clashes in the 4 directions in amazement. "Senior, what is the Dinglong Sect doing?" a disciple said, anxiously as well. With a stretch of his hand, the Tu Sheng Chess King stopped the crowd of disciples from speaking, and the crowd of disciples could only wait silently. Clatter. One Piece Hall disciples. The Dinglong Sect disciples are all coming this way. What happened to them? The surrounding cultivators looked at the scene in astonishment. However, they saw that after the crowd of Dinglong Sect disciples looked around in search, they suddenly looked to the north together. The crowd of One Piece Hall disciples did the same. The crowd turned their heads to look. However, they saw that not far away, Gu Hai, Ding Dong, and a woman slowly stepped in, and around the 3 of them, surrounded by a large number of One Piece Hall disciples, each of them looking at each other with cold eyes. The woman was naturally Long Wanqing, but she had just taken office for a short period of time, and rarely showed her face, so few people knew her identity. What's going on? Many cultivators revealed a puzzled look. The Tu Sheng Chess King lowered his head, unconsciously using force in his hands, and the woman cradled in his arms let out a clear cry of raw pain. "What for? What are you doing? Get away!" Ding Dong instantly shouted angrily. The surrounding Dinglong Sect disciples revealed odd colors and looked at each other. Boom! A steep gust of wind blew past, and a figure landed in the center of the square in the Yuron Valley. However, it was an old crone, leaning on a walking stick, looking at the opposite side with cold eyes. "Rudder Master," the crowd of One Piece Hall disciples respectfully said. "One Piece Hall Fire Rudder Master." Ding Rui, a cultivator, steeply recognized it. "What? Rudder Master Ding is here as well. What is this about?" Many cultivators curiously looked at this incomprehensible scene. Long Wanqing's face was gloomy. Gu Hai, however, smiled faintly and stepped forward. "Ding Dong, you really have a lot of guts," Ding Rui said in a cold voice. Me, Ding Dong said with some trepidation. "Ding Rui, you're still really big," Long Wanqing laughed coldly. Ding Rui coldly looked at Long Wanqing and coldly hummed, "You think you can run away? You are in the shape of a mortal now. What can you do? HMPH. Just turn against Ding Dong. Or do you need to rely on this Gu Hai?" Gu Hai, however, smiled faintly. "Water Helmsman of One Piece Hall. Gu Hai, meet Helmsman Ding. Ha 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 ha. Water Rudder Master. Gu Hai, who said you're the Water Rudder Master, still really knows how to put gold on your face," Ding Rui said in a cold voice. "So what if I'm the one who enthroned you?" Long Wanqing said in a cold voice. "To enthrone the Lord of a Rudder requires the consent of the other Rudder Lords. Besides, has he already registered at the headquarters? Not yet. What qualifications does he have to call himself the Water Rudder Lord?" Ding Rui sneered. Wow. The surrounding cultivators were in an uproar. This woman is the Hall Master of the first grade hall, the new Hall Master. Many of the Dinglong Sect disciples also revealed a look of astonishment. Obviously, there were still many people who did not know Long Wanqing's identity. Ding Rui, are you still obsessed? Don't beg for forgiveness from the Hall Master yet, otherwise, you won't have a good ending, Ding Dong immediately chided. Wow. The surrounding cultivators were once again in an uproar. Ding Dong had admitted that this woman was really the first grade Hall Master. HMPH. Ding Rui leaned on her crutch, and a gust of wind shook out. Ding Dong's face changed. Ding Dong, I haven't even talked about you yet. How did you get turned? You don't want to live. Ding Rui drank in a cold voice. Not one of you will be able to escape. Ding Dong drank with a scowl on his face. Hallmaster Grandpa. Nearly everyone was shocked. All of Ding Rui's subordinates' faces changed. Even Ding Rui was shocked in general, but instantly recovered. So you were turned by this? Ding Rui stared at Ding Dong in a cold voice. What? You still don't believe it? Ding Dong glared and questioned. I don't believe it. HMPH. Are you out of your mind? Long Wanqing isn't his own granddaughter. He has so many granddaughters. Would he come all the way here specifically to save his granddaughter? And an ambush. He's here. What's the need for an ambush? Since it's an ambush, come on, come and kill me, Ding Rui shouted. Ding Dong's face stiffened. You were taking Gu Hai and Long Wanqing to escape, right? Are you really as stupid as a pig? Since Grandpa Long Wanqing is here, do they still need to escape? Still want to escape? Still want you to help? Ding Rui said in a cold voice. Ding Dong's face changed. Yes, if Grandpa Long Wanqing had come, would he still need to escape with the help of me? Also, why did Gu Hai intentionally tell me the secret story earlier? Being hit on the head by Ding Rui. Ding Dong instantly reacted. Gu Hai, you lied to me. Ding Dong glared and shouted angrily. To lie or not to lie to you? You think for yourself. If you want to seek death, you go over there. Gu Hai remained calm and said. Ding Dong's face stiffened. You fool, why don't you come over? Ding Rui drank coldly. Ding Dong was torn for a moment, but he still ran towards where Ding Rui was. Cousin Auntie. I was tricked by him, really. I didn't expect it. Ding Dong instantly begged for mercy. I'll clean you up later, humph. Ding Rui let out a cold snort. But Ding Dong's face stiffened. How could he be so unlucky? Turning his head, Ding Dong vented all his aggression towards Gu Hai. Gu Hai, you dare to lie to me, today. None of you will be able to walk out of the Ding Long sect. Humph. Ding Dong glared and shouted angrily. Ding Dong ran that way. Long Wanqing laughed bitterly. This is called a wallflower, falling on both sides. There is no good end for this kind of person, even if there is no grandpa of yours. It is impossible for Ding Rui to trust him anymore. What do you say? Gu Hai said with a smile. Not far away, Ding Dong's face changed, and he turned his head to look in Ding Rui's direction. Ding Rui, however, didn't look at him, but instead coldly looked at Gu Hai. Ding Dong. How could it be so unlucky? So what now? Long Wanqing looked at Gu Hai. The Ding Long sect's great formation was closed. No one could get out, and now there was not a single ally, only two people, with thousands of people who wanted to deal with them on the opposite side, as well as the Yuanying realm. Enemies with the world, the immediacy of looking all over the world, and everyone being one's enemy. This picture, Long Wanqing could only smile bitterly. Long Wanqing looked at Gu Hai with a complicated expression.